Alright guys, I've got another pump to do. This is another little job I'm going to show you. This is another good 4-jaw job, and what I got to do, here's the impeller here, and then this is the housing, and you see that face is pretty eat up in here. They want this faced off to clean it up, and they also want the face of the impeller cleaned up also, where it's rubbed at. So this will be a 4-jaw job right here. I'll chuck this on this flange here in the 4-jaw chuck. I'll chuck it, get it indicated, and go in there with a tool and face this off. Now the impeller is a little more tricky. Now I could chuck this also and indicate it. This register here, the center hub, is actually all machined, and I could bump this face true and indicate that OD, and I haven't decided yet. I'm either going to do that, or I'm just going to build a quick little mandrel that this will slip up on and tighten it up with a nut. I'm kind of leaning towards the mandrel idea on this here. It might make that one a little bit easier to do. You just get, whenever you're holding it out here, you get a little more rigidness in the part. It doesn't want to sing whenever you're trying to cut it. So that's what I'm going to do. So let me get the lathe set up, and we'll start setting it up. All right, I decided to go ahead and do the jig method on facing this impeller. So this is a piece of 1 1/4 cold roll that I cleaned up. I got it held in the collet chuck, and I'm just getting ready to turn it back. And what I'll do is just have it, I'm going to turn and thread the end and just use a standard 1/2-13 nut, and it'll just tighten up against it like that, and that'll be good enough for what we're doing. We're just making some light face cuts across there, but you really want it true with the bore there, so everything will run nice and straight. I'm going to set it for about 1.5 inches back. I'll tell you what, let's face it off first. Alright, the diameter is, I'm just using my calipers here, around 556. Should get us within about 40 or so, I think. Yep. about 12 thousandths to come off. That hit us real close, and I can file it to fit it. Clean that face up. A little tight. That's a pretty good fit, but make it run nice and straight that way. I might just leave it right there and go ahead and get it turned and threaded. And if I need to, I'll hit it just a little bit more. Drop the file. All right, I'm gonna set me a shoulder at 7/8. Turn it on down to about 495. Alright, 20, so I'm going to take 25. 25 for the thread. Yep, 495. Let's see. Alright, I got to set up a threading tool. Alright, I got you set up on my head strap mount. We're going to use that to do a little bit of threading right here on the end of the rod. I got my tool set up. I was going to try this out for the first time and see if you guys can see a little bit of the lathe action here and also the threading dial. Alright, so we're going to be cutting a 13 pitch. Well, I need a thread pitch gauge. $13. All right, I'll just run it about 210. 13, BD7, BD7. All right. Get my zero set. Get it touched off. Alright, I got it touching. Set it to 0 here. I'm going to try something to show you guys also. A 13 you should be able to hit every other line on the threading dial. I'm just going to use the numbers as a reference here, and we'll test it with a scratch pass. So we'll shoot with a number 2. Alright. Alright, that was a 2, so let's try a 1 right here. You see it's lined up. Alright, we'll go to 3, engage. And this time we'll try the number 4. This button right here is what you line it up with. It usually goes right past it. Alright, so you see, get any other line on the dial. Check it and make sure I'm at 13. That looks good. Give it a little go juice. I think we're going to be going to about 57, I believe, on the cross slide. I mean the compound. There's 55. Let's try that. Should be a little bit tight, hopefully. Nope, it's going. Okay. So that'll work there. Let me kick it up and file a little bit. I'm going to file the edge right there. Alright, let's see if it fits. It's a little snug. I got it on there. Alright, that'll work. I just need to snug it up. And you see it's good to go. Alright, getting ready to face it off. Alright, getting ready to face. It's cast iron. Alright, it's still pretty clean up in here, so that's why I touched off. I wanted to make sure that it was more uneven. I'm just going to move 10 to start with and see what this does. I'm just running like a 5,000 feet rate. That's not very fast. Alright, let's see. That's really not bad, but there's still some There's some scratches in there that I'm looking at. I'm gonna take another 10. Alright, that's got it cleaned up. It removed those scratches. Now on one there's a divot area missing right there, and I can't tell if that was hit or I don't think it was casted that way, but I think that's we're just gonna not worry about that, because it would take a lot of metal to clean that up. So trying to get in the light. That looks pretty good. I think we're going to call that one done. Alright, it's time to set up this housing in the forge jaw here. I'm going to measure this flange. It's 5 3/8 by 5 3/8. About 6 on the jaws right now, so I'm going to come down to this groove here on all 4. That's about 5 3/8. Pretty close. And I'm not gonna put it all the way to the back. I can't go all the way back anyway because it would hit here. I'm just gonna chuck just the flange area here. Just trying to eyeball it kind of square. Ain't too bad. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to indicate this face here. And what I'll do to get it running concentric is I'll indicate this bore. I'll go get my indicator set up. Using my new Noga and my starred indicator. Make sure I ain't gonna hit them fins first. All right, I got about 80 thousandths lead. Let me get my lead. All right, you're low, so I'm gonna bump it that way. You can also come around here, you know, put it on your high, bump it like that too. I did it wrong that side. few. Within one. It's not too bad. All right, this weighs 1/2 thousandths. And this weighs 1/1000ths. Try to get a little bit closer. We'll probably have to come back, do this again. There's a little bit of variation in the face there, but I've got it pretty well square with the jaws. So let me put my ID attachment on. All right, there's my high, there's my low. I'm going to tighten my low up. See, it moves, so you just got to keep going to the other two jaws. Get it within a few thousandths. I always try to just tighten that last little bit I can. That's what, 1/2 thousand right there. But I want to make sure all my jaws are tight. Move this little. All right, that's not bad. It's 1/2 thousandths. I'm going to come back and check my face again. All right, see, I moved it a little. Okay, 21, 20 That's not bad right there. That is not bad. All right, I'm gonna call that done, and I'm gonna check the bore one more time. You can use this bottom adjust and get it set where you want there. All right, we got a little bit. It's high. It's pretty tight. I think I got most of it out. about a half a thousandth. Alright, I'm going to call it there. Let's see what it looks like. Alright, that looks good. Okay, that'll work. I just got to set me up a facing tool, and I will come from the inside out. I'll probably just use this same tool I used a minute ago and turn it around and just face it about like that. Alright, here we go. Got my tool set up. I'm just going to run this in by sight and come to that line that's already there and just kind of set me a 0 on the cross dial here. Get my feed direction set up and feed. See, by looking at that, my indicating was pretty damn close. I need quite a bit to clean it up. Start with 20 thousandths and see what that looks like. I need to move that camera. It's slinging them chips right at it. I guess we'll put you back up here. I was just looking for a little different angle. Just about got it, except for the very center. Yeah, I can see a little bit right here in the middle. Take another 10, that'd be 50,000 total. That looks like that'll do it there. All right. All right, that feels nice. It's nice and smooth. Still trying to kick that flue. That looks good. I don't even need to polish that any. It's nice and smooth there. It's a little grainy just because of the casting itself. But that'll work. All right, that part's done. Just got to get it out. What I do is loosen one, and then I bring it around and I loosen the other a little bit like that. Now go ahead and get ready to hold it. And then snatch it on out of there. Alright, well this job's done. That wasn't bad at all. That took me less than an hour to do both pieces. I'll give you a quick little shot again. There's the impeller. And then of course the housing itself. And it fits down in here like this. And that's it. I can call them and tell them that one's ready to go. They'll be happy about that.